Hey, what up, and welcome back to another Commercial Trucking Chronicle video. I'm your boy Swizzy, and just wondering, like, we back out here paving. But I'm just wondering how many of y'all is well, I don't think you're really into this crypto thing. Not like me. If you was into it like me, and there's a few there watching, y'all know, y'all say, yeah, he is serious about it because, you've been following me, so, and you've seen some of the stuff happen. But what I want to really talk about, though, honestly, going back a little bit, I got some airdrops, and I still got it. You know what I'm saying? The price is, I'm not online on this other phone, so I got it right here. But it's in the green. I need to go online because that gives me the accurate, like my Wi-Fi. If I hook it up, my Wi-Fi, it'll give me online here that I get the up-to-date price. But I'm gonna check that later. I just was wondering if you guys, if you comment, I have people that comment and say, "Oh yeah, help me do something with some coins or something crazier." I don't do that. I'm not the person for that. But right now we are kind of in the middle of, we're in the midst of a bull cycle. We're still in a recovery phase from some pullback that the crypto market had did, earlier this year. Well, we can go back last year and say from around the election time, when Trump started to campaign on the narrative that he had planned to make the U.S. the crypto hub, and it's been taken off since then. But Bitcoin, like some other coins, altcoins and stuff, they have since either reached their all-time highs or have created all-time highs. Bitcoin, I know, had created an all-time high, then it pulled back. And of course, when it pulled back, it pulled the rest of the market back with it. And during that time too, crypto's kind of funny. I'm saying you got to be kind of into it, because if you're not following any of the, social media sites, or just so you can get some names of some companies. If you're not following some of the coins or some of the projects, staying updated on what's going on their websites, or even just following, the current administration when they have discussions about, interest rates, when the Fed speaks on that, you gotta want to be in tune for that. When they announce a lot of other things that's going on as far as passing legislation or bills that are directed or geared towards the crypto community as a whole, whether it be stable coins, legislation on know your customer KYC with these different platforms having to be in compliance with the government. So there's just a whole ton of things. DeFi is one of the other big things. NFTs are also something that is, I would say that a lot of people are pretty much intimidated by the NFTs, because they're probably just like a gamer. I'm like, I don't play the game well, so I'm kind of intimidated to sit down in a room full of gamers. And so the NFT market is kind of somewhat in that space right there, as far as most people, because they really have little to no exposure to like that gaming stuff, any of the non-fungible tokens, or any of those characters, or just anything when it comes to the creative side of crypto, like even the art or the music and stuff. Like some people just intimidated by it. They don't understand it. They don't see a point. And I mean, if you want to collect precious metal, you can also collect antiques, or you can also collect artwork. So, but that's like another topic too, because it's like meme coins. You know what I'm saying? A meme. What difference is a meme coin from an NFT? I mean, is it a collectible? You could say it is. And so, yeah. But utility tokens is totally different. So now we're starting to see a little bit more of utility tokens starting to get their shine. XLM. I saw TIA, I think it is. TIA. That's a AI token. Like, some of these things they're poised to take off, and they're starting to put in numbers. Whereas you need to be in the game with some substantial shares of these things to be able to have any real luck during this bull run. Our chances are, luck. Call it, your chance. You have a better chance. So gotta have quite a few of them. I would say that, and that quite a few is it's quickly becoming something that is going to cost. Whereas, like, it's now I would say just a short while ago, talking maybe a few days or weeks, you didn't have to spend up to $200 and $300, $400 and $500, to get, well, $200 and $300 or whatever to get like 100 tokens. And 100 tokens is, it depends on what it is. You get 100 tokens that are, $2 range, $1 range, and stuff like that, So, maybe if it's a dollar range, you're gonna get 200 tokens for $200. Plus, you're gonna pay a fee, and hopefully, if those 200 tokens go from, well, it was $1 to being $5, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what can happen in the bull run. Because we've seen these cryptos move, take gigantic leaps in value. So I'm in it for the long term. What I plan to do with the money, it's not about getting rich and just becoming a wealthy crypto investor. It's about generational wealth and life-changing money to be able to do things that I would have always loved to be, able to do. So, and that's more than just travel or, buy nice things and stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's developing within the community and helping, to set up, places within the society that have hubs or shelters and places for people who are less fortunate, that they can go and seek out some aid and stuff and some support. And that's what I really want to do with the money when I get it. So, of course, I'll have some other things going on, but one of my main projects will be something, a humanitarian act. Rest and believe. If it's not, helping holistically or just helping, teach some skill, life building skills. Hopefully we can get some, economic teaching going to teach people some, about how to, maybe turn their financial situation around, give them some economics, some basic economics, within the crypto space, and assets that, to invest in, how they work and how they can create residual income or passive income. This is stuff that we need to be taught and need to learn. So it was good. Some good news came out. I heard that actually one of the cryptos that I'm heavily invested in is a utility token that they had donated like $100 million or more, a couple $100 million to fund, schools and education and stuff like that right here within the United States. So it's good to see people that are also part of the community, taking their money and doing some similar things like what I plan to do. They're already big enough to do it and make an impact, and they're doing that. So once these markets blow up enough where I can make that impact and I can get out here and have these locations developed, and we'll have to get land, we'll have to set up, we got big dreams, we got big plans, man. We got to set up shop, you know what I'm saying, and let the people know that that there is people out here who despite what a person might think, there are people out here who have an abundance. I'm believing God for an abundance to be blessed, because I'm invested now, right? I got skin in the game. So I'm believing God for an abundance, not to turn around and get out here and make shame of myself or my family or anything. You know what I'm saying? I work hard for this, so I'm not saying taking nobody else didn't work hard for whatever they. Cause you got a lot of people that have money, but I don't know. They just up here. They live in a different life, and I do get up here and talk and kind of get the eye of the public, but it's I'm not living the life of a celebrity. I'm just a regular person. So if I get celebrity status because I got a bunch of crypto, and they found out about it, like they're still not gonna know who I am. I'm not out there like that. I won't be doing stuff like, oh yeah, it's me. Yeah, I'm doing all this and drawing attention to my to my financial situation. It's not happening. It's not gonna happen. But yeah, you'll be able to witness some of the things we manifest, man, once this all happens. Once this all really happens. And while I'm talking right now, the market's going up, so let me just end that. But let me end this like this. All right, so I got the airdrops is free money, right? I'm going to look into where there's going to be free money, incoming opportunities, and I'm going to share that with the community. Well, I'm going to need some support. I'm going to need, because if you're not interested, then you're just not interested. If you are interested, do me a favor, leave a like. If you stayed this long in the video, leave a like, leave a comment, say I'm interested. And there will be up and coming videos where I'm going to, I'll let you know what, who to follow, who to Google, who to do whatever to get, some of the airdrops. Because I get them and I tell people, but it'd be nice if I could tell somebody and they say, hey, I got it too, man. What you do with the money is what you do with the money. I don't know how great how small, how big or small the airdrop will be for everybody will probably be different. But it should grow over time. So that's what you got to be always mindful of. And then you can also add a couple of your dollars on top of it. But if you just want to get it for free, you know, I'll show you how it's done. And I do it. You can do it too. All right. So I'm gonna wrap this up. Y'all have a wonderful day. Look, we here. Let me show you where we at. Look, this place is crazy. Got all kind of trucks. Truck over there. Truck over there. Yeah. I don't know what's going on, man. But I'll tune back in with y'all. Y'all be easy. Peace. Oh yeah, we working this weekend, so I'm gonna be probably back out here again. It's your boy Swizzy. Thanks for watching this video.